My name is Eleza, and this is my Jesus story. I was raised in a Christian home at the age of 7, so I know all about righteous living and the Bible and Jesus. I accepted him into my heart when I was 7, but he was never really real in my life. I went to church, I went to youth group, I never read my Bible. I went to Sunday school, and then in my teenage years, I rebelled. But I came back to the Lord when I got pregnant with my twins at 18. I met my husband, we got married, we had a child, and we were active in the church. And again, I was doing everything that I thought I should be doing as a Christian. I thought I had arrived. And I was living a godly life. But to my surprise, when my marriage ended, roughly around 2009, I was devastated. And I blamed God because I thought he had brought me my husband. And I thought I was doing everything right. And so I had a different perspective of God. I still believed in him, but I was very angry. So I went and did my own thing for about 10 years. And that included a common law relationship that lasted about 9. And during that time, I became someone I didn't recognize. During that time, I suffered some mental illness and I was off work. And I actually got to the point where I questioned if God even existed. Thankfully, one day, my brother came over. We're not that close, but he came over and he wanted to see how I was doing. And no one knew that I was on disability for stress leave. And I shared it with him. And he's also a believer. And he just asked the question, "Where is your faith?" And that just did something to my heart. He just asked, and I said, I don't know. And I wanted to know the answer. Where is my faith? And so long story short, I started coming to Riverwood, and I sought counsel with Carolyn, Pastor Carolyn. And she was there to support me and did some counseling sessions with me. After a while, I got the purpose that I needed. I remember I was picking weeds in the yard, listening to Tim Keller podcast, one of his sermons, and he was talking about the dance between the Trinity, how Father defers to the Son and the Son defers to the Holy Spirit, and it goes round and round and round, multi-directional, and that our purpose is that we are invited into that dance. And I thought I've never heard it like that before, and I was just so touched. And then he talked about marriage and what that looks like when Christ is the center of your marriage. And at the time, I questioned whether I wanted to be married again because the pain and suffering of losing my first marriage, I didn't ever want to go through that again, and I didn't think I could trust anyone. But I decided that day that I would give my heart to God and surrender and just trust him and obey. And things just started happening over the next couple of years. Riverwood Fire Hall location became my second home. The people there were so welcoming, and I just really felt like I belonged. And for the first time in decades, I felt like I had a personal relationship with Jesus. I just kept praying to God, I don't want to be married. I'm on my, I'm single now, I'm living alone. I enjoy being alone, but there's something missing. And every so often I would just get that twinge, and it was pretty painful, but I didn't know what it was. So I started praying to God to give me the desires of my heart, because he knows me best. He created me. I don't know what I'm doing. I proved that over the last 10 years, so I'm just going to give it to you and see what happens. I ended up going on a dating website eventually The story was I was on disability again because I hurt my back. So I was bedridden and I was on some pretty strong pain meds and I was super bored. So I went on this site and I filled out a profile and I was very like, I live a life for Christ. This is what I'm looking for. Message me if column A, if it's column B, don't bother. I got a message from my now husband. I basically said to him, I'm looking to get married. And this was exactly the same time that the relationship rocket pre-launch was happening. And I signed up and I was ready to read this book. And I said, do you want to read this book with me? You were, you're a widow. We have the same, 3 kids, prior marriage. We're around the same age, ticked off all the boxes. We wouldn't go through it like a married couple who's been together for 20 years. We would just get to know each other with all the questions. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So that's how we got to know each other. It was very deep, it was very intimate, and it was very quick. We connected very quickly. We both knew what we wanted and what we didn't want. And we decided that we wanted to go through with it and get married. So I met him last July. We were engaged on November. We got married in December. And and it's been amazing. God, he prepared me for Trevor. And we have a wonderful, fulfilling, very close relationship with Christ in the center of it. That's my Jesus story.